Yo, what's up, guys? So I wanted to do a 7-round Texans mock draft before the trade or the draft actually happens, and I'm gonna get right into that. And we're gonna go with a situation where they don't go quarterback because that seems the way it's leaning right now. Although if I were them, I would probably go CJ Stroud, considering Bryce Young's probably going one. I'm gonna go Will Anderson here. I think that's an obvious pick. He's the safest pick, and you gotta hit it too. And then for me personally at 12, this might seem a little controversial. I know a lot of people go wide receiver here or edge, and that's very possible, but we also went Will Anderson at 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go cornerback, and I'm going to go Devon Witherspoon. I didn't have him as an option last time I've done this, so I'm going to go Devon Witherspoon, put him across from Derek Stingley, and that's a really good 3 players to build off of with Will Anderson, Devon Witherspoon, and Derek Stingley for DeMeco Ryans. And at 33 is where we are going to get our quarterback. I'm going Hendon Hooker, and I think that's a pretty fun pick for them. If he falls to 33, I think they got to take him. He's worth the shot, you know what I'm saying? Like if he doesn't work out, you know, that means they're going to be bad and they're going to be up in the draft again. They have plenty of draft capital to, you know, get what they want. We have 2 third-round picks here at least. The Texans are another team that have insane amount of draft capital, as they should, with what they've given up and how long they've been bad. So it's about time they start rebuilding, and DeMeco Ryans was the first piece to that. And now we got a blue chip Will Anderson, blue chip cornerback, 2 years in a row, and a quarterback in Hendon Hooker now. So at 65, I'm kind of looking at best player available for them. I know they need to address O-line a little bit with that center position. I'm also looking at possibly a backup running back. And Devon Achane's kind of tempting here, so we might go him, especially considering the fact that he'd be such a good off-piece to Dameon Pierce, as Dameon Pierce is obviously the power back. Some other people I'm looking at would be Tucker Kraft. They might need a tight end. I just don't know if Tucker Kraft and Houston are the best fit. I also like Isaiah Foskey here. I've had Keanu Benton fall here a few times, which isn't going to happen, but I obviously would have picked him here for the Texans. In this situation, I'm going to go ahead and go Devon Achane. That's a good contrast running back to Dameon Pierce, like I said. And then at 73, I was going to take Jonathan Mingo, but he went at 69. So now we're back to the drawing boards. And we're looking at, team needs and also trying to get the best value out of these picks. I like a lot of these players, but the Texans have so many picks that, you have to consider, like, okay, should I take him now or should I wait until their pick that's in 15 picks? Because there's a lot of these picks are, like, very close to each other. And I know some of you guys have liked when I've shown the lineup, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we will be able to find out what needs are clear here. And to me, Kenyon Green, he's a rookie, so you got to give him one more shot maybe. Maybe they draft a backup just in case he's terrible. I think they could go wide receiver. And we haven't gone wide receiver yet, so that's very tempting. The problem is, I think we can get one of these good receivers at 104 and not reach. And that might, like, I'm like in the range of Tyler Scott to Keyshawn Bauer or Trey Palmer. I like these 3 too, but I just feel like with need, there's some positions that might have more of a drastic fall off. I'm not the biggest fan of Malik Collins. I like Sheldon Rankins, but so far we have not touched the interior defensive line. We've gone quarterback, we've gone cornerback, and we've gone edge. And I think I might actually reach a little bit, depending on what your thoughts are on Kobe Turner. I'm going to go Kobe Turner there at 73. So now they have Kobe Turner on the inside, Sheldon Rankins on the inside, Will Anderson on the outside, and Jerry Hughes, right? Let's see what their defense looks like in nickel. So I really like their cornerback room if we put Devon Witherspoon in there. I also like their safety combo. I think Jalen Petrie can do better when he has, somewhat of a team. And then their linebackers are good, so I think their defense is, shaping up just how DeMeco Ryans would want it to. And that's why I'm kind of looking into offense here. Like I said earlier, we got our backup running back in Devon Achane. And at 104, I don't really like putting Keyshawn Boutte with this team. I don't feel like that's the right spot for him to actually figure out his stuff and, you know, sort it out and then be successful. And I do like Jaden Reed. I would probably go Jaden Reed here. I'm gonna take a look at tight end here. To me, I would not go tight end. We're gonna go with Jaden Reed. Do we have another 4th round pick? We might not. I don't think so. I think we're in round 5 now. So for round 5, a spot that I've been looking for the Texans, like I said a little bit ago, as like a backup spot would be guard. And out of the guards that are here right now, for me, a good value pick would be Emil Ekiyor Jr. There's a chance we can maybe go Jackson Kirkland, but I like what I saw from Ekiyor at the Senior Bowl, so we're gonna go Ekiyor. I thought he was pretty impressive in the one-on-ones. I thought he was holding his own for sure. And then at 188, round 6, I think I'm gonna look at touching on edge again. I was high on Ellie Gay, and then I kind of fell off a little bit when I watched his one-on-ones in Senior Bowl. And I know you shouldn't base much on one-on-ones, but he wasn't able to really get past many of the tackles there. That was a little bit concerning. So I might pass on him this time, and I know he's a little bit lower on the rankings right now too, at least according to Mike Renner. So out of these guys, I'm gonna go Jose Ramirez. I know they have Lonnie Phelps higher than him, and I haven't really looked into Lonnie Phelps, so he very well could be better, but I'm just not quite sure about that. 201, so we're just out of the... No, we're still well in the 6th round. They have 3 6th round picks. Is crazy. They probably will not be picking with all these picks. I'm gonna take a looking at linebacker. I'm also kind of looking at the center spot again. I think having a good backup center would be nice. Let's see, who do they have at center? Quisenberry. So Quisenberry's not actually that bad, but I still think I might go with the backup center, which I think Jake Andrews is the... I mean, I'm not really sure about... I know Ricky Stromberg. I've heard of him. I think he was at the Combine. Yeah, we're gonna actually go Ricky Stromberg here, because I watched him at the Combine, and I was a little bit more impressed with him than Jake Andrews. Okay, so with our last pick in the 6th round, I'm looking at wide receiver, and there's definitely... This is a spot where you could get a sleeper wide receiver, someone that could contribute as a 2 or a 3 in your lineup, and probably on special teams depending how you use them. There's some good ones, like I said, but I'm looking down here to Andre Yosevas, and I think that I believe he had a pretty high RAS score, which is relative athletic score. I think he had like at least a 9.6. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure he was pretty good. Let's see what his... He's 6'3", 205. That's already good. He's 23, which isn't bad. That's my favorite wide receiver in that spot. We're going to go Yosevas. I've gone Demas in the past, but now we have let's see, Devon A-Chain, and then who did we pick up earlier? Round 3, it was right over here. Or no, maybe it was round 4. Yeah, Jaden Reed. Okay. So I like those pickups. I do think they could use an X still. I don't know if either of those 2 players are X players. Pooh 30, if the board falls the way PFF thinks it is going to fall, which I did kind of half between consensus and half between PFF, I really like this spot for edge. I'm a fan. I've grown to be a fan of Isaiah Land. He's pretty athletic. I think maybe one of the most athletic edges in this class. And he had a pretty decent Senior Bowl too, so I like that. So, we put him on the edge too. And then with the last... Actually, we have Mr. Irrelevant here. Another good reason to mock draft for the Texans. And I was low-key trying to, finesse the system. But the Saints, of course, stole my boy in Servassier Dennis. But we're still... I think, I like DJ Dale. That could be a possibility. And when it gets to these 7th round picks, it's kind of like what the best player you think is left, regardless of the team. And for me, I'm still going to look at linebacker. I still think there's some good ones. I've taken Mikel Jones in a few mock drafts before. I like Ben Summerlin. I know he's very athletic. But I'm actually gonna go Drake Thomas. I actually went to a few of the NC State games. NC State fans will hate that I said that. And he was a beast at NC State. Like, this process has not helped him at all, but on field tape, Drake Thomas was, he was a pretty good linebacker. So they gave us an A-. Pretty happy with that. They didn't really like what we did from round really 3 to 5, which is, respectable. I'm sure there's a little bit of controversy there. I did like the Isaiah Land pick. I like Ricky Stromberg, and I really liked what we did in the first 2 rounds. And then Devon A-Chain, I was a fan of that pick. But that's gonna wrap it up for the Texans here. And I got a few more videos coming out before draft night, so let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.